There are many people who dream and say, yes, I could do that, but someone else copied my idea. The reason someone else copied the idea because you didn't do it. Hi, my name is Roque Quadros, and you're watching me on Goa Talks. I'm born and brought up in Bombay, which is now Mumbai. And although my parents are from Goa, which is the South Goa, my dad's from South Goa, which is Ambora, and my mom's from TV, North Goa. And I always had a wish to come to Goa, to settle down in Goa, and that's how I'm here. I started at a very early age, and I started off as an air conditioning mechanic. Over a period of time, when I first went to repair an air condition in a travel office, I liked the atmosphere, and I just went up to the boss and said, I would like to work in the travel office. Is there any possibility? And he said, yes, why not? And that's when I joined a travel agency. From there, I took off to Dubai, because I've been sending, at that time, I used to send a lot of people looking for job opportunities in Dubai. And at that time, I never knew where Dubai was, although I was working for a travel company. I was curious to know about it. And so what I did was I found out about Dubai, and that's when I decided, let me take a chance and see what's Dubai like. And that's how I landed in Dubai. And in Dubai, I worked as a travel company. And in 1997, I started my own event company, which has a story about how I started and how I went on to do over 6,000 plus events. Basically, I used to work for a travel company, which was locally owned by an Arab. And I enjoyed working with that company. But I was looking for something which was more challenging and growth for me in terms of both monetary and also in my career. It happened so one day that in 1997, early 1997, I got a call from two airlines, major airlines, offering me a job at the same time. And that made me think, what should I do? Because I liked where I worked, I liked the bosses, and I really enjoyed the atmosphere. For me, working in an atmosphere is more important than looking at the concept of getting highly paid. So for me, the concept was more working in an atmosphere which was more relaxing, more enjoyable. It took me some time to speak to my boss, but time was short. And one day I took a time and asked my boss, I would like to join an airline who have already called me. At that very moment, with the relation that we had, he simply asked me, what is it that is lacking here and why do you want to leave me? I said, I just want to try out an airline because since we were not doing so good, I said, I can't demand you salary, but I can always, try and look out for me for better prospect for me. And he said, what would keep you happy to be with us? And at that moment, out of the blues, I just said, I would like to start my own company, not knowing what I said. And always entertainment was back of my mind. And I told him I would like to start an entertainment company. And the word, when he said, okay, that's all he said, okay. And I was shocked to say, we're not wondering what he said, okay meant really. He told me, okay, get me the names of the company. Earlier those days, we used to have 5 companies. To get one company, we couldn't select our company names. Government had to give us the name. We had to select 5 names. From that, they would give us a name. He said, give me 5 names, select the best name you want, and I will get you that. And that's how Four Seasons Entertainment and Events started on November 19th, 1997. When I started Four Seasons Entertainment and Events, that time, surprisingly, there was not a single entertainment company in Dubai. Coming from entertainment background, my father was a musician. He's an ex-Navy man, player and a band leader in Navy. I used to watch him play day and night, and I didn't want to be a musician, but I would like to promote a musician, and that's how the concept was behind my back constantly from the time I was watching him play. I said, I will not play, but I will let people play. And that's how I started my entertainment company. I didn't work under anyone as entertainment planner, event planner, entertainment artist agency. I had to think, work, plan on my own, and come up with a concept how to go about. Immediately something struck and said, why? Because those days there was no Google, there was no search engines, there were no social media at all we had was a telephone directory and yellow pages, and that was all I could look out for and in terms of getting business. But what struck me was to reach out to the hotels. I used to see hoteliers, especially hoteliers, the F&B departments, very busy, hectic, doing everything on their own. So I thought, why don't be their partner and help them out by being a service provider for them in terms of as a one-stop event planner, giving them entertainment, event solutions, productions, the setups, the backdrops, and that's how I started off as an entertainment come event planner. I have my setup here in Goa since 2011, and I brought a quite known Goan jazz artist here in 2011. Did a good show and wanted to continue, but because of my hectic life between Dubai and Goa, as I said, 20 days Goa, 20 days Dubai, I couldn't handle both places. The office is still there in Panjim. My license is still there, but I have taken a back seat in event management. Only one reason, I stress on timing. And in Goa, I don't find people keep up to the time. That is one reason. Because of my suppliers, I don't want myself. I have come to a level where I concentrated more on timing. And that was the only reason my business grew. I didn't want to take that out and go down to what I had actually grown with. So that's why I've taken a back seat in doing events. Although I love to do events, I love to promote entertainers, but yes, coming from an international standard event planning, I feel there's still more time to do some good events in Goa. So right now, I'm just concentrating on my martial arts, giving time to myself. It took me over a year in 2019. Like my family was here, they came back to Goa. And although I was still doing very good business, and the people who took over my company are also doing well as of today. But I had a reason to come back and say to myself that what do I need? Is it just growth or my health and lifestyle? And being busy, I used to travel 20 days, come to Goa, 20 days to Dubai. I used to lose out from both ends. It took me almost 7 years to think that I should give up a good running business of mine, a prestigious company which is still known for the Four Seasons brand, I would call it, is still known and the business is still happening. But I had to give up for a reason to be with my family, and I enjoy being here in Goa. When I basically decided after doing events and thought I've done a lot of events, I decided to take a break and I ventured into what I always liked from my childhood, to start a martial arts company, martial arts academy, which I started off on Goa, which is at the Kadamba Plateau. It's called Rocky's Martial Arts Academy. That's where I teach Shotokan martial arts karate, which is quite popular in Goa. And I have classes going through from morning to evening. Besides martial arts, I'm also venturing now. That's my latest project, which is the medical tourism, which is called the Arabian Health Journeys, which I would like to target the Arab world because I'm more comfortable with that place, having worked 30 plus years there. So targeting them on a personal basis to get them coming into Goa first. My choice is for them to come into Goa, see if any medical facilities are available here, or else look at the surrounding neighboring states for the medical tourism. So these are the two main things, which is the medical tourism and my martial arts academy. Martial arts was way back. My interest was way back in the early 80s. and those were the Bruce Lee days. We all wanted to be more of an actor, but that was a time when in Bombay, me and my friend, we kept roaming and looking out for the studios, but none of them were there. Over a period of time, we passed out from school, college, and we also went on to work. It was when I traveled to Dubai, and after some time, my younger daughter was, it was over a period of time when my younger daughter was almost 5, 6 years old. I saw a bus branding of karate, and that's when it struck me to put her in the karate class. And I actually, she's before me. She started karate learning before me. And then I put in my elder daughter too. So both were going to karate for karate classes. It struck me in, again, as I said, constantly working on my events. I didn't have the time to think what I'm doing. It was so busy. One evening, I just sat down and said, why am I sending my daughters? Why can't I start? And that's how I started. And from then, I wanted to set up a martial arts studio, remembering the days that I couldn't learn in my early age and give an opportunity to people to learn at an early age. Early age learning martial arts is very good because you have the time. After you grow, you get busy. And that's how I started the Martial Arts Academy here because I missed it out. And that's how Rocky's Martial Arts Academy was formed. See, for events, there are always challenges, but that's always hidden. The challenge is when you come across problems during an event, a live event especially, your team should know about it, but the guest should never know about it. And that's how we had all professionals, and we, till date, covered each and every event successfully and professionally. Till date, I cannot remember of any event that went haywire or unplanned, because we used to plan our event days before. We give our time, we schedule our timing, we plan it, and we delegate work to the professionals who can handle, not, all in one. It's like individuals handling this job, and there's one person who would look into it. So I have not come across problems except for my first major event, which I had lost in commercial event. 3 or 4 years back, it was during COVID time. That's the time when most of the family members had time to speak to each other, otherwise all in a hectic life. That's when my wife said, you have done so many events. Why don't you pass on your information and knowledge? Why don't you write a book? I said, okay, that's what I was thinking about. And that's when I started thinking about writing a book. Okay, so came the topic, the day I lost. And what was the reason that I started an event company, and how did I lose, and how did I make it happen, is all that I wanted to bring in the book. And the title actually attracted me more than anyone else, because that made me grow. Losing made me grow. If I would not have lost, I would not be here. And I also respect whoever was there during the event, that because of them I have gained so many events, and it was more of a marketing tool for me when I lost that event. And that's when I said, let me put it all in book, and let those who are interested in event planning, setting up their event, understand the process of planning an event. And whatever I felt was right on my point, I tried to put it in the book. I look towards one person benefiting from reading that book of mine, just one person. If that person can come back to me and say, Rocky, yes, I've got reviews on the book, but I would want somebody coming up to me and saying, yes, I have benefited from this book. I would say three things. One is, I've come across many people say, dream. It's great. But if I dream, I need to dream to action. There are many people who dream and say, yes, I could do that, but someone else copied my idea. The reason someone else copied the idea because you didn't do it. So whatever you dream, you have to action your dreams. Most important, this is your thought. Second, the business success is being on time. Time. There is no, especially, I will talk about where I worked. It was first just about time. If you're on time, 90% work done. And thirdly, I would like to put this in, think like a traffic signal. Basically, when I say like a traffic signal, is basically stop, think, action. Rather than action, stop and think. Exactly like a traffic signal, you basically stop, don't act fast, stop, think, and act. These are the three things: dream to action, time management, and think like a traffic signal is what made me being successful in the event management field. I repeat that, and I'll repeat it once again. First and foremost, keep up to your promise, and when you give time, keep up to the time. Rest follows. Thank you for watching me on It's Goa.